All right. So I was going to get into basketball, but we're damn near an hour into it, and I think we need to do the schedule thing. We need to hold my feet to the fire and actually pick some games. I think there's a lot of hype around basketball, a lot of good clips coming out. The team looks great, but let me try my luck one more time with this share screen, and we'll go through and pick.
Yeah, since you're all in now, Rando.
Yes, you're all in. So you should be like 10-2, right? 9-3.
All right, here we go. Can we see that right now? We can see that.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so start off. Coach, you're the guest. I'll let you go first. Selena, and then me. I'll close it
Okay.
out. Toledo, who you got?
Man, I want to pick Toledo. I'm going to go UK here. All right, but I will tell you, if you look at my betting odds right now, where my money is right now, it's all over Toledo. But I'm going to go UK. I'm going to go. This is we do a thing for we preview every high school team. We do a ceiling and a floor. So in the best of worlds, this is their best record. If they hit their best they can play, and the floor. So in a floor year, Toledo's a loss. In a ceiling year, it's a win. And I'll give you at the end of the thing, I'll give you my overall record. But I'm going to go UK win in the overall
Okay.
record.
Okay, Selena, who you got?
I have UK, but I think it'll be
Okay.
interesting.
I got Kentucky's winning that game. I'm not letting Coach get in my head. No psych. He's not. No psychological warfare today. We're winning that game. All right, moving on to Ole Miss at home.
I'm going to go Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin. Ole Miss was in the playoffs last year. If they beat Kentucky, Lane Kiffin's going to be upset about that. I just think I'm going to go Ole Miss here.
Do we know who their quarterback is? I don't know who replaced Jackson Dart, to be honest.
I don't know either, but name me a quarterback that's played for Lane Kiffin in college that hadn't put up big numbers.
That's okay.
That's valid. That's valid.
Selena, who you got?
I have Ole Miss because Kiffin was pissed all last season that he lost to UK. Like, it was a thorn in his side the entire season, and he will not let that go.
Yeah, and let's be fair, we shouldn't have won that game. I think we lose to Ole Miss, so we all take L's on that one. Eastern Michigan.
Oh, that's a win.
Win.
Okay. All right, now we got bye week, and now South Carolina on the road.
This shows you where the difference of the programs where they were 5 years ago when Kentucky had completely passed South Carolina. It's just the opposite now. I think South Carolina wins this game, and they win this game handily down there. I never thought Beamer was a great hire, but he's turned out to be a great hire. I'm going to go South Carolina in a big win.
Is he a great hire, or does he just have Stoops figured out? Because he seems like he somehow beats Stoops every single time, but I don't know that he's has been a great coach for South Carolina.
You won 9 games last year. You were in the playoff talk. I think this is a guy that he is cringeworthy to the best of them. You know, him and and Dabo are about the 2 cringiest guys you've ever seen. Yeah. But the South Carolina players and the fans love it, and they eat it up. Yep. Like I said, I'm gonna go South Carolina.
We know the D line is going to be great. I think is Sellers really a Heisman candidate, right? I think that's the difference in the game there. Is Sellers Heisman worthy like people think he is, like in the Lagway category? I guess we'll see. I'm not fully bought in on Sellers. I think he's a great athlete. Don't know if he's a great quarterback. But Selena, who do you got there?
I have South Carolina. There for some reason Beamer whooped our butts I don't know what happened, but South Carolina at South Carolina.
Kentucky's winning that game. Book it. Kentucky's winning right now. We're beating. We are beating Beamer this year. Similar to how Ole Miss getting payback to us at home, we think we're getting that payback on the road. Gamecocks go down. Georgia on the road on my birthday. What do we think, Coach?
No, they're not beating Georgia. I mean, Mark Stoops will keep it close, so you get you'll win because of the point spread, and you'll get those moral victories he likes against Georgia. They're not going into Georgia and winning.
All right.
No, we're not beating Georgia. We're not beating Georgia.
Yeah. All right. We're even on that one. I bought in last year, said we were going to put a dog down, I think was my quote that I put out on your radio show, Vic.
Yes.
We were close. We were close, but we did get it.
We're
I
just
gotta tell
going
you,
to dock. We're going to go to Georgia this year and just dock the boats. We're not going to burn the boats. We're just going to dock them because we got to get back home whenever that one's over with.
yeah, I tell you what, Krog, that was one of the most electrifying live sporting events I've ever been to. Was when we were close in that game, going into the fourth quarter. That place was absolutely lit. Absolutely lit. Great environment. Unfortunately, we didn't get it done. Stoops should have gone for it on fourth down, dude. Should have gone for it on fourth down. I think we changed the aspect there. Or Barryon just catch the damn ball. Barryon catches the ball there, and we're good. Moving on, Texas at home after the bye week. What do we think, Coach?
Arch Manning secures his spot in the Heisman Trophy race with about 6 touchdown passes, and Texas just absolutely wipes the floor with Kentucky.
Coach, I love you, but I'll never invite you on this damn show again, man.
No, I agree with Coach, only because UK also has a history of being extremely sloppy after bye weeks. They're not great for bye weeks ever.
No,
Like, I don't know what it is. They
have we
get
won
worse
after
after
a
bye
bye
weeks.
week?
Huh?
Have we won? Has Stoops won a game
I think-
after, or maybe one?
I think last year it was
Maybe.
like 2-10. I think it was like
Yeah.
2-10 last year was the
Like,
stat.
after bye
It was
weeks, the
not
team
great.
gets worse. I don't know how that happens, but they do. So, Rando was
Yeah.
so aggravated by that, too.
I was so upset. Like, not only were we, it was just so, like, we talk about discipline at the beginning of the show. It was so undisciplined. It was just insane. It was,
Terrible.
yeah. I don't know if Arch is the real deal or not. But I do think Texas wins. I did not think Sarkisian was a great coach until last year. He finally kind of figured it out. I thought he was a great OC. He has proven, I think, to be a great head coach. And if Arch Manning is the cerebral quarterback and the like truly like mentally driven that all Peytons are with the athleticism, dude's going to be dangerous. Yeah, I think we all take.
Maybe a Manning that couldn't play college football, like they all can. I mean, there you go.
Yeah, I agree. He hasn't done it yet, right?
No, he hasn't.
And he's kind of he's shown flashes, and then he hasn't. But if I'm a betting man, and I am, I'm putting my money on that the Mannings are going to figure it out, right? And he's going to have the talent. The dude's been a professional quarterback since he was like 6. To go into the Peyton or the Manning Academy forever and ever, amen. So I think he's going to be okay. All right, so we all put losses on that one. Tennessee at home.
I'm never picking Kentucky against Tennessee until we can win like 3 out of 4. Like when you've won twice in the last 40 years. And I hate Tennessee with a passion. I hate the Tennessee fan base. I hate that ugly orange color. I hate Rocky Top. I've had to sing it on my Live at 5 show because I lost a bet that hurt me terribly. But I can never, ever pick Kentucky over Tennessee because it's not truly a rival unless both teams can win, and we haven't won enough.
I got nothing. I agree. I got nothing. Yeah, Tennessee's winning that game too. I got nothing.
I don't know if we can win 3 or 4 in a row, but I do know we're going to beat that ass this year. Let's go, Kentucky with a W. Yeah, buddy. All right. Auburn
shit,
on
you're
the
about
road.
all the way in, Rando.
Auburn on the road.
Oh, I think we beat Auburn because I think the coach that made, I do a thing on live. I do a thing for our radio show, and I put it out on Twitter every week in the college coaches hot seat. And the only guy out there that's hot seat maybe hotter than Stoops is Auburn's. Because Auburn has been bad. They're paying him a ton of money. They don't mind. I think they're still paying like 4 coaches that they had to fire. But I do think Kentucky goes down and beats Auburn for their one SEC win of the year. So I'm going to go Kentucky over Auburn.
Okay. Selena, what you got?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in the coaching staff at Auburn right now. So I would hope so. Now I don't know if the whole one SEC win is Auburn coach, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I think we beat Auburn. I hope we beat Auburn.
Plus, I hate Hugh Freeze. I mean, that he's not cringy. He's just dirty. I mean, he's that guy. He's creepy. He's not cringy. He's creepy.
I'm going to say we win that game. I'm going to say we win that game as well. I don't think Auburn is good, and I agree. I think if there's a coach that's worse than Stoops, performance last year, yeah, Auburn is he's at least damn near
Yep.
close. All right, Florida at home.
Oh, give me Florida. I thought Billy Napier, he was number one on my hot seat all last year, especially when they started like 1-4, 1-5. But then, the young quarterback made the turn and go to him.
Yep.
And I think he's the real deal. And I think Napier has a really good year and survives. One of the few coaches that set number one on the hot seat list that survived multiple years. So I'm going to go Florida.
I can't. Okay. I want to pick UK here.
Do it.
I am because it's at Kroger Field, and the fan base is rabid for this game, and that environment will be wild. And the last time we played Florida at Kroger Field, we caused them to have a whole lot of penalties because the fan base was insane. It was so loud they couldn't hear anything. And I'm banking on that again, and I'm picking UK.
I think you're right there, Selena, except for one thing. If they go with how I'm picking them and you're picking them, UK is going to come into this game like 2-6. Do you think the fan base is kind of moved on?
No, you're right. But I don't think fan base cares because they just want to beat Florida so bad, right? Like we broke like the 34-year streak, whatever it was, of beating them, and like fan base doesn't give a shit now. They're like, hell yeah, beat Florida. Like that's all. Like that's just a game by itself, like the Georgia game, right?
I agree.
Like,
but this is
so
a game
why
that
I'm
usually like the
that
first
way.
or
I'm
second game of the
they're
year.
like, oh, we can win this game because it's at Kroger Field and it is Florida, and we really hate Florida. That's what I'm banking on.
100%. I agree with you. If it was normally where Florida came up here early in the schedule, it's because they don't want to come up here in November. But now that this game's being played November 8th, if UK's sitting there at 3-5 or 2-6, it's basketball season then, and you may get like 27,000 people show up at Kroger. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
No, yeah, I still think they would show up. I really do. For the Florida game, I think so. I really think
we will see, and we don't have to worry about it because Kentucky's going to be on track closer to my win-loss record currently, so everybody's going to be at Kroger Field. Unfortunately, I'm thinking we lose against Florida, so I was hyping you up, Selena. I'm going to let you down here. I think we lose against Florida. I do think Lagway's the real deal. Watching him last year, I agree. My hot take last year was Florida State and Florida were going to have new coaches before the year's end. I was wrong, both of them. They kept, I don't know how Norvell kept his job. Maybe because they're similar.
They owe him more money than Stoops.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say that's probably what the answer is.
And Florida State's broke.
Yes, yeah, and the ACC can't figure out how to do a TV media contract like everybody else can. So yeah, I think we lose to Florida. I do think I'm going to be at that game. So I really hope Selena is correct because I would love
all UK balls at the Florida game.
Yes,
I'm going to make sure I'm at that game too. If Randall's coming in, I want to be at the Florida game also.
Hell yeah.
Book it. So it was a question mark. It's now an exclamation point. Book it. Let's do it.
Right,
we're going to make it happen. Yeah. So we'll go out there and figure that out. All right. Moving on. We have Tennessee Tech. Is that what that says there? Tennessee Tech?
We beat Tennessee Tech. My question is how many fans are there? Where are we at? I think that's the biggest question of this whole game. Where are we at in the season? That's a UK win. I have it as my, third or fourth win. If you're going into that game and you're 3-7 or 3-6, what's the fan like, aspect of it? But they beat Tennessee Tech.
Is that homecoming or senior day? Do we know that's the last home game? So I'd imagine so, right?
Do that in Florida, yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, it's definitely senior day.
Yeah, maybe that gets some folks there. All right, we all got to win. Vandy on the road.
Give me Pavia, baby. I love Clark Leah. I love what he's doing at Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt, they've won like 3 in a row over UK now, and so he owns Stoops. I'm gonna go Vanderbilt. Plus, he's another guy.
Pavia is a splash in the pan. He was great last year. I don't think he's actually a great quarterback or a good quarterback. In my personal opinion. Before I jump over, Selena, what do you think?
I think we beat Vandy.
Yeah,
and I say this because motivated Mark Stoops, okay, literally his ego cannot take being last in SEC again. That's what I'm saying. So we get that dub against Vandy.
I say we also
get
a win.
I hope so. Ugh.
All right. traveling to Louisville, the Stoops Morrow Cup. Who gets the win? Coach Evans, don't disappoint me here. There's only one right answer. I can't have you get it wrong. Who gets a W?
Oh, you're right. There is one right answer. Louisville wins.
No!
Now.
Damn it, Coach. Shoot. All right, Selena, what do you have my back here? Who wins this game?
I can't.
Are you going to go with your heart or are you going to go with your mind, Selena? That's what we want to know. Is it the heart or the mind?
So that's like fandom or logic? Shit. I don't think we beat Louisville. I really don't. I don't. And it really, really hurts me to say that. It really does. But I think Louisville they got it figured out, and they're figuring it out every day. They are ahead of UK. And I don't think we beat them. And that literally, I can feel my heart cracking as I say this. Just letting you guys know. Like, it makes me very sad to say that, but I don't think we beat Louisville.
All right. I don't know the number. I think it's significant, the number of years it's been since we've lost in Louisville, right? Isn't that a stat that's out there? Like, we haven't lost in Louisville in quite some time.
Oh, yeah.
All the way back to.
Yeah, it's like I saw somewhere you're talking like it's 6, 7, 8 years the last time we lost in Louisville.
And we had no business winning 2 years ago. The Baron Brown kick return. Hell, even you talk about Brad White's prevent defense, try to lose that game. Unfortunately, we get a pick. We go to Louisville and we win that game. Again, you talk about motivated Mark Stoops. Doesn't want to lose to Vandy. He certainly does. He talked about how Vince Morrow's his boy. He still respects him. Blah blah blah. He wants to smack him right in the mouth on his way out. It's the Battle of Ohio, dudes. And at the end of the day, our boy, motivated Mark Stoops, is going to be leaving there with the bourbon and a cigarette in his mouth with an L's dime, and we're going to get it done. I believe it to be true.
In fact, it was 2014 was the last time Louisville beat Kentucky in Louisville.
Yeah, but they've smacked our asses at UK a whole bunch. So, I mean, like, it doesn't really matter though, because I was at the game one year when we got beat like 42-3 at UK. Like,
and this is a rivalry that if you look at it, there have been long runs, where Louisville would win 5 or 6 in a row, and then Kentucky, through 2018 to 2023 had the big long run. Like I said, so if you look at mine, I said I'm betting the under. I got them at 4-8. The one, can they get to 5? Maybe if you get Vanderbilt in there, if you pull an upset, could you get to 6? I'm still going to handle the under. I'm at 4-8, and I will say my co-host Stephen A. Turner, he has said all year long they get to 6. That Stoops is at his best when everybody is against him and everybody is as the underdog. So we'll see who's right. I still say 4-8.
Well,
I have us winning 5. I think. I don't remember. To be fair, I didn't write it down, but I think so.
Well, tell your co-host Stephen Turner that I'm gonna get him by 2 because I got him 8 wins right now. And if you tell us right now we're gonna get 8 wins,
Rando, if they get 8 wins, I'll buy you a car.
Oh shit!
Hey, you'll have a camera on. We're shaking on that shit right now.
I'm joking. I got to take that back because I've been known to throw it out. I did one time at a high school football game here. I said that if a team upset another team, I would walk to do a tailgate at their parking lot of their stadium. Luckily, I didn't lose. But it was like a 40-mile walk. So, no, I'm going to take the car back. But they are not winning 8 games. I mean, I'm all for your UK fandom, and I know it's running through you, but come on. I mean, 8 games? You really think if they win 8 games, they deserve to be in the playoffs?
Bob, I will make a cigarette for every win we get.
I will buy you like a bottle of bourbon for the heavy pour for if they win 8 games.
All right. That's a deal. I think 7-8 wins. I don't know. I picked Tennessee and Louisville just because I got to. Now, do we drop one of those? Maybe. I think 6 is definitely a possibility. I wouldn't be shocked 7 or 8. We'll see how it goes. I will caveat with all the things that I will start at the beginning of the show. If Wolford can't figure it out, if Bush Hamdan is Bush Hamdan of last year, he's just not the guy. Then it doesn't matter how good Zach's potential is. He could be the next Cam Ward coming from Incarnate Word. Top draft pick potential. It doesn't matter if he doesn't have the ability to create, because the offensive line lets the defensive line in the. What are we laughing at right now? But Coach Byron ran in a car, book it. Yeah, that's what he did say that first. He walked it back.
I will say this, and you talk about Bush Hamdan, and I want to preference this, but go back and look. And I know he's the guy you put on the hot seat right off the top. Him and the O-line coach, which I agree with the O-line coach. Look at every offensive coordinator that Stoops has hired, and look at his numbers offensively pre-coaching with Mark Stoops and his numbers coaching with Mark Stoops. Now, if it was just 1 or 2, I would say, okay, hey, he moved up to the SEC and he couldn't handle it.
Yep.
But it's every offensive coordinator Stoops has hired. His numbers take a nosedive. At some
that's
point
true that's true for Liam Cohen too.
Yeah.
Well, he had never been an offensive coordinator. It was his first offensive coordinator job. He was the quarterback's coach at the Rams.
Oh, okay.
But you look at the overall numbers for Eddie Grand, Shannon Dawson, and then look what they did when they went back to the offensive coordinator after they left UK, and the numbers were back pre-Mark Stoops. So I know Mark Stoops says that he never puts pressure on his offensive coordinator to tell him what to run. I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. I don't buy that every coordinator we bring in throws to the tight end and they have huge tight end numbers and their passing game. And all of a sudden we get with Mark Stoops and it's ultra conservative and it's plain. What Stoops has built at UK and where UK was to where he is now, great. But what Stoops has not done, that we talk about Nick Saban, what Saban did and what the great coaches in college football have done. Go back and look at the early national championships that Nick Saban won. They beat you, shutting you down. They had the whole game with LSU and all of that where they shut them out. They beat you and they ran it down your throat and you shut it down. The problem is college football rules and football in general, like the NFL, you can't win like the Ravens did with Ray Lewis on defense. The rules are all offensive rules now. And Mark Stoops never made the adjustment. Nick Saban said, hey, he saw when Gus Malzahn came into Auburn and how they were doing their offense and saying, I can't win games 21-14 anymore. You can't. And so he goes out and gets Lane Kiffin. He goes out and gets these coordinators. Stoops goes out and gets these coordinators and it hamstrings them. And we're still trying to be the Iowa of the SEC and win games with no offense and trying to win 17-14 games. It doesn't work in college football anymore. So I give a pass to Hamdan.
No, you're right.
Yep.
And that's why I threw out the stat of 21. That's all I wanted, 21 points a game, because we we put up 21 points last year, and the record's completely flipped, right? And I think Bush Hamdan was potentially a product of what he had at Boise State. Genty was world-class, one-of-one generational type running back. We'll see how he translates to the NFL. But you could just give him the ball and he was going to make some stuff happen. And he didn't really have to be a great offensive coordinator. It was hey, give Genty, what's the play? Give that dude in the backfield who stands straight up and down, give him the ball, let him run with it. He'll figure it out. That was his play calling. And I don't know. I'm just not fully bought in on Bush. I do think though, to go slightly against your point, Coach, there's been so much turnover with these OCs that it's kind of tough. Maybe Stoops is, just so strict in what he wants on the offensive side of the ball. He doesn't let the OC kind of, develop or have full reins of the offense. Maybe he is that dictator type coach when it comes to that. But he hasn't had these coaches haven't been there multiple years back to back. Cohen leaves or comes in, does great, leaves, comes back. If Bush he's been there for 2 years. So let's see if if he can get some buy-in from Stoops. So maybe it's a compromise between what we're both saying. It's like, hey, we have some continuity at the offensive coordinator position for a couple years, and that gives Stoops a little bit to be like, hey, I'm going to give you some more leash to call the way you want to, and I'm going to step away and focus more on the defense and work with Brad White so that we can put 21, 24 points up a game and then still be competitive in the SEC. We'll see how it goes. But I'm as you feel about Stoops and how he handles OCs. I just don't necessarily feel great about Bush Hamdan and what he can do as a play caller, because last year just seemed so inept.
Well, I will give him one is he came in late too, and so it wasn't all his guys. We'll see, but I was looking at you look at the offensive coordinators under Stoops. Neil Brown, Eddie Gran, even you had Rick Scangarello and Liam Cohen. Scangarello was a quarterback whisperer in the NFL. Like, he came in with high regards. Now, I didn't like his play calling in the college level. And Hamdan, if you go look at all of their track records where they were at, these guys were highly thought of throughout the entire country and in NFL circles as being offensive gurus. And then for some reason, they all forgot how to coach when they got to UK. And I just don't buy the fact that now Neil Brown was a little hamstring because the talent level at UK was not very good when he was there early. And this goes back to the same thing. Like, and you were talking about because they're not very long. And I've been saying this on my show on for the NFL and for college. NFL and college, owners and then front, the athletic directors. The worst thing you can do now in football is hire a defensive guy to be your head coach because it's an offensive game. Yeah. So if you go out and you find a really good head coach or a really good offensive coordinator and he's good, you only get him for about 2 years because somebody's going to hire him. As either a head coach or a bigger school is going to come in and take him. And then so I think you're always I would much rather hire an offensive coach, and then that way your offense stays consistent, and then you bring in a guy every year to be, you bring in whenever you have to run your defense. And if you lose him, I think it's a little bit easier to go get a defensive guy because you're still scoring points. So that's the problem I have too. Is I think it's backwards at UK right now.
No,
I think you're right, Coach.